Yeah, you. Have you ever been kicked from matches because you didn't have the proper concealment, or you've been using the wrong weapons during stealth? Well, no worries, my guy. Today, I'm going to show you how to properly get prepared for stealth and the basics you might need to know about stealth, and how to almost guarantee a win when it comes to your little stealthy mischievousness. Fucking hell. First, let's talk about the weapons a majority of the people use when it comes to stealth from what I've seen from my few years of playing Payday. For primaries, most of the time I see people running around with the CAR 4, the Cavity 9mm, and the Valkyria, and rarely I see people using the bootleg. All of these weapons are modded purely for stealth, obviously, and none of them currently have a concealment boost on them. That's for you to do when you find out a good weapon and combination that you fancy. For the secondaries, virtually any standard pistol can work because of the high concealment that they have base, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to be showing off the ones that I see people mostly use, obviously. And mainly I see the Grouper Cruise, the Brunetti 9, and the Judge, and occasionally I'll see the Deagle and the Uzi. And a few years ago, the Locomotive actually used to be used a lot, and I don't see it too much anymore, but it's still a viable option if you don't have the Judge or you don't want to use the Judge. These weapons as well don't have any concealment boost on them. Choose one that you like, and then you plop it on them, and then your concealment is increased tenfold. Alright, so once you get the weapons that you like, time for the skills. This is the build that I mainly use for stealth. Can it be better? Most likely. But this is just how I run stealth, because most of the time I'm usually running stealth with another person, mainly Vinny in this case, and he usually has what I don't have and vice versa. Obviously, this build could be tweaked to your liking, so do so at your leisure. For the armor, we're going to be using 2-piece suit. It's kind of self-explanatory, don't really need to say anything else. For the melee, I use weapons that tend to have 31 to 32 concealment, and my personal choice is the ice pick. No exact reason why, but still pretty fun fucking melee to use. For the throwables, it can be more of a personal choice as well. You can choose between the ace of spades, shuriken, javelin, throwing knives, or tomahawks. Personally, I use the ace of spades just due to the large amount of, I guess, spades you get or cards that you get in a given thing instead of shurikens as 10. I believe throwing knives and tomahawks are also 3, same thing with the javelin. So that's just what I usually go for. Equipment can be different depending on what you're doing. You know, if you're playing solo or in a group, most of the time people use ECM jammers, body bags, trip mines, which the trip mines can be turned into the sensor mines, so that's why they tend to use them sometimes, especially in bigger maps. I usually go for ECMs first and then trip mines second, and I have another member, or if I do, or in most cases Vinny, he usually takes care of the body bags. But if you only have yourself, I'd advise going with ECMs because they'll help you out in the long run, and mainly if things go south, they're always there. But if you do jack of all trades, then I'd recommend doing ECMs and body bags. ECMs as primary and body bags as secondary. Plus the ECM jammers can open doors, so that's, you know, pretty cool. Now for the perk deck. Having the burglar perk deck is basically a necessity when it comes to stealth. You could use other perk decks obviously, but burglar is specifically geared towards stealth, and in order to get it you need to have the Clover DLC. So if you want to be good at stealth, you should get it. Now you are ready for stealth. Time to pick a heist that you can stealth. There is a total of 26 heists that you can choose from as of right now when it comes to stealthing them. Choose one, have a blast. Obviously, if you're new to Payday or its stealth mechanics, it'll take you a bit to get used to them, obviously, and there's a lot that you need to know when it comes to them, the ins and outs and all that stuff, and I don't want to go over all that because that'd be too much for this video. But if you are here just to watch the video, then cool. Welcome. One thing I do want to mention for stealth, though, is that they tend to be the same. You just take shit without people knowing you exist, basically. Now, obviously, there are some differences, you know, like what you're stealthing is obviously different depending on what you heist. You know, you can steal a tiara, you can steal some money or gold, or you can steal the diamond. Whatever the fuck that means. But yeah, that about wraps it up for this video. If I missed anything in particular, do let me know down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Dan, and I will talk to you guys later.